Let's get in a word now from somebody who needs no introduction, Akash Banerjee, or as his alter ego would be Bhakt Banerjee or the Desh Bhakt. Akash, really the Bhakts have gone all guns blazing on Rihanna, on Mia Khalifa, on Greta Thunberg, saying that, Bhaiya, why are you commenting on our bills, considering that you don't even know about the what is there in the bills, and these bills are actually enablers of worst climate action scenarios.
I think I had a word with Bhakt Banerjee. I think he's most upset over Mia Khalifa because boycotting certain things would be a certain bit of a problem. But on a serious note, look at the wordings of these uh, concerns. I mean, look at Rihanna, for example. She has just retweeted a CNN article.
Yes.
It's not as if she's taken a very big stand or written something far more, incriminating. She's just saying, why are we not talking about this? And there is a full-fledged CNN article. And are you disputing the CNN article? We don't know. The problem is, I think we've sunk to this level where no sort of dissent, questions is tolerated. And now the questions are not coming from India. So everybody is very happy, everybody is on mute. And now suddenly somebody starts talking about it and sets off a whole domino reaction. And that is why I think a lot of the ecosystem, or whatever we want to call it, and the government system is very, very. Tell me, you cover foreign affairs. When was the last time a private citizen tweeting prompted the Ministry of External Affairs to come out with some sort of a clarification that this is very unfortunate? Smita, it's like.
Akash, I'm baffled completely. I mean, I think as Suhasini Haidar, the diplomatic editors of the Hindu, replied that this seems to be a response to the Republic of Rihanna. So.
I mean, it's yeah. I mean, in the similar tone, it's like the government of India versus the government of celebrities. Because what now? The celebrities don't have a right to raise a question. The second thing, Smita, is that it is not really. I honestly think that this sort of reaction is not coming because of the farm bills. The farm bill protests have been going on for months. Let's be very honest and try to understand why suddenly these celebrities have decided to react. It's because of the brazen and brutal manner in which the protest is being clamped down. It is not only about the farmer bill. Of course, they are now standing with the farmers. But why are they suddenly standing with the farmers? It's because these images have gone out. This news of internet blockade has gone out, which has a clear resonance with the Western audiences. They understand what is suppression of dissent. They understand democratic voices. They understand internet suspension. These are the things that they understand a lot more. And when it's happening around the national capital, they are responding to that. It's the handling that has got us into this situation.
But according to, of course, this narrative, this is all either paid tweets or some international lobby at work. I mean, I must say, from CAA to 370, the international lobbies have only grown stronger and stronger each passing day.
Smita, it's amazing. The Congress and the left liberal lobby can get Rihanna to tweet, Mia Khalifa to tweet. We can make international rankings go left, right, and center to destabilize the country. Apparently, there's some influence even in China. All of this can happen. But the left and the Congress can't win local body elections. They can't buy 2-3 MLAs. So
no, I think they're saying that the lobbies are also sponsored by Khalistanis. So I don't think they're investing too much of faith in left and Congress. They are investing more faith in Khalistanis here.
And unfortunately, the Khalistanis can influence a singer who's worth $600 million, but the Khalistanis haven't been able to infiltrate people here within India, which is very, very tragic. But, you will always have these conspiracy theories. I don't find it surprising. The kind of meltdown that you're seeing amongst people like Kangana, etc., it only goes to discredit us further. I think Kangana is doing a disservice to the nation by saying that, yes, nobody's talking about it because these are terrorists. The government hasn't said so. The spokesperson of any party hasn't said so. So what gives Kangana the right, for example, and that she is persona non grata in this, but what gives her a right to say the farmers are terrorists? By whose account, by whose authority is she saying that? So I think what is happening is, Smita, this is a good thing actually. So the tweets coming in and the violent almost frothing that is happening, it's good. You know why? because the issue is again coming up to the fore. People are discussing it. People are getting to know that internet is getting suspended. Journalists are getting arrested. Barricades are being created at the national capital. So I see it from a positive side that there is conversation that is going to happen. All conversation can't be positive. Conversation is going to happen. That's good for democracy.
And I mean, what people also need to realize is that why this shock is because these are images from the world's largest democracy. These are not images from China or Turkey. It's in the national capital of the world's largest democracy. But, you mentioned Kangna, Akash. The problem is that also the issue of oxygen. She knows that every time she comes out there and gives out an absolutely ridiculous statement, Twitter may not suspend her account, but yeah, the media houses will be running with the story, will be giving that space. And you'll also have 50-word edits calling Rihanna a fool.
I honestly think that Kangna has taken over the job of Mr. Patra to a large extent. I mean, earlier he used to be the comic relief, and now it seems that Kangna is giving us all the comic relief. Unfortunately, I always say that the difference between Kangna and a Rakhi Sawant is, while both are irritating, Rakhi used to be entertaining. Kangna is pure venom. The problem is that, we know where it is coming from. The messaging. Look at how Bollywood is now sending out these messages, and suddenly you have the Akshay Kumars and the Sunil Shetties and the Ajay Devgans of the world tweeting out. We know the drill, but the fact of the matter is that whether you want to impress on stars or whether you want to impress on the print to take out, look at that episode that happened in the print and the 50-word edit. The whole 50-word edit was entertaining. Rihanna got a crash course in our argumentative democracy, and she was called a fool. So on Deshbhakt, we've actually done a counter 50-word edit, saying that these are very negative traits of what you've seen. What you are trying to ignore is that Rihanna, with one tweet, which has now been retweeted close to 250,000 times, which is some sort of record now, has set off a domino effect. So I'm sorry, I think it is Rihanna who's giving us a lesson in dissent and democracy, and that it is okay to raise a few questions.
Okay, just the final question then, Akash. I mean, you are a political satirist today. You are an artist yourself. Shouldn't an artist have the space to comment on issues in other countries transcending beyond borders? I mean, we have seen the kind of, obviously, the frothing, the trolling when Malala tweets on Kashmir. Forgetting the fact that Malala has also tweeted about women's education, suffering, children being, suffering in Pakistan as well. So every time some celebrity tweets, first of all, do they not have a right as individual citizens, as global brand ambassadors?
So two incidents come to my mind as you ask me that question. Black Lives Matter, which grabbed global headlines. I remember there was some newbie Indian actress who actually did a photo shoot also with some black paint or whatever saying Black Lives Matter. It made a lot of headlines. Our news channels ran the entire US Capitol siege and the insurrection for hours and hours. Our Prime Minister has commented upon the insurrection. Our celebrities have commented upon it and what went down. And the global community commented upon it. I don't remember seeing either on Black Lives Matter or on the Capitol Hill insurrection, which both massively embarrassing for the oldest democracy in the world, the US. But I didn't see their ministers raise concerns or tell others that you can't talk like this about our country. Let's be very, very safe about these. Let's not run hashtags. The point is, the more you clamp down, the more the blowback is going to come. Now it is Kamala Harris's niece who's gone ahead and tweeted, and in very clear terms, unlike Rihanna, who just quoted a news article. So who else is being bought? Now are you saying that the left liberal system has even bought into the White House or the relatives of people in the White House? Somewhere down the line, you have to see that this is a reaction to what you have reacted to. It is not about the farmers' protest. I continue to say it. It is not about the farmers' protest. It is the way people have been handled, brutalized, more than 100 people killed, and now you shut off their internet.
Yeah, for everybody who argues there that scores of policemen were injured on 26 January, and that's why it justifies. I mean, absolutely, my heart goes out to families of the policemen. Nobody should have been injured, especially on a Republic Day. But we also need to remember that more than 150 farmers have also died during these agitations, which have remained peaceful at the sit-in protest sites.
And Smita, let's not forget the prime accused in that incident where policeman got injured. Deep Sandhu is still, or Sidhu is still amiss, and just like the JNU violence, the perpetrators continue to evade arrest, and now the Delhi police has announced a reward. While he was climbing up the flagpole and sending up flags at Red Fort, he couldn't have been apprehended, neither immediately after that, and now rewards are being announced. So there are both sides to every story. Unfortunately, one side is way, way, way more heavier and more tragic. I am sorry. There are injuries, I completely agree, but the devastation that this has caused, the farmer lives that this has caused, obviously is generating a lot more international headlines. And Smita, as an honest Indian tax-paying citizen who loves this country, I do not want international intervention or people commenting on my country, but I can see why it is happening. It's because you've shut off all taps for commentary, for a safety valve, for steam being let off.
And I mean, if governments are allowed to, criticize you on your affairs, when then, of course, the government which is being criticized comes out and puts out a reaction to, why not global individual citizens? It would be ridiculous to imagine that if tomorrow Priyanka Chopra Jonas were to criticize something happening in the US and the Biden administration were to put out a statement from the White House criticizing what Priyanka has said. But I appreciate you joining me here in this conversation and finding time. A pleasure always to talk to you, Akash Banerjee.
Pleasure.